Good day or night, YouTube watchers. How goes it? If you want to skip this conversation I'm about to have with my monitor, go to this time, shown in my hand. I just wanted to pop in here at the beginning to show you this funny minion meme. But also to say, this video is my first attempt at trying to make something of this quality, I say in parentheses. So as you go into it, please just bear in mind, this was my first attempt at making something like this, and I had no fluffing idea what I was doing. And also, during Act 1, I don't really get that many chances to be an a-hole, but I tried to add as much shenanigans as I could without my potato of a computer crashing on me every 2 minutes. Yes, that is based on a true story. With that being said, parental guidance is something I don't really care for, and please enjoy. Now, like any great journey, you start by being birthed. But obviously in this game, you don't begin at birth, you begin right here, presented with 3 life options. And if you want an asshole, the obvious choice is Corpo, the biggest assholes in the entirety of Night City. And even bigger assholes are men. And now for my next task, I needed to create someone who embodies the word arsehole. Someone who looks like a corpo rat, but is also the most assholey you have ever seen. And so, I present to you this fella, Von Shui, or V for short. My journey starts by looking at my soulless corpo Oh, never mind. He appears to have thrown up.
I barfed. Not dead.
As I conversate with Jackie, someone walks through the door.
Anyway, what's going on?
Is this my chance? My first time being an asshole? The first time I get to bully someone?
Is there a problem?
A raging success.
Working Arasaka.
After a productive conversation with Jackie, it was time for me to go.
Listen, gotta go. Work won't do itself.
It was now time to take a grueling walk back to the office, so in the elevator I went. In the elevator, however, I got rudely interrupted.
Christ, V, you were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Got held up, but I'll be right there.
I mean, can you believe he would make me talk in an elevator with people in it? Out of my way.
It's me, Frank. We met during Icefall.
Listen, sorry, in a bit of a rush right now. We'll talk another time, okay?
Sure. Good seeing you again.
It was now time to meet up with the man who rudely interrupted me in the elevator.
Are you online? Have a seat, V. Be right with you.
I'm sorry, what? You were just on the phone telling me how I was supposed to be here an hour ago, and now you made a phone call? How absolutely dare you? I mean, what could possibly be more important than this meeting we're met? Oh. So anyway, I was given this shard that had information on a person he wanted me to take out. I think. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention, but he also gave me this big sum of money to spend on whatever I wanted. How great! I then bullied this guy for not bringing me something that was meant to be on my desk yesterday, and after that, I went on my merry way. After landing my flying car at the mocks to meet with Jackie, I was approached by 3 scary men. I felt threatened by their presence, so I did the first thing I could think of. I then made sure to put on a show of dominance.
Keep an eye on the AV for me, will you?
And in I went. So, long story short, I was having a bit of chit-chat to figure out how to do this hit job, until I was approached by yet another 3 scary men who tickled my insides and stole all my money. I then gave them my number and they left. And just like that, it's time to do my first gig. So I went into yet another elevator and waited. And finally, we reached the floor. A woman shocked me with her presence, so out of instinct, I shot in a general direction. A close call. I then opened a door with the force, and in we went. I then opened a door with my hands, and Jackie warned me.
The nose ahead. Move quietly.
Quietly, I didn't.
Scavs are still prone. Be bringing the target out under fire.
While shooting at a big man, he almost flatlined me. It was time to play this smart. So, I ran directly at him.
Watch yourselves.
Now from here on out, I can't show the rest of the mission because I forgot to turn off boobies, and YouTube does not like boobies. So we skip to here. I just saved a woman, whose name I can't remember, and Jackie looks at me weird. I then call Wakako to discuss payments. I lie about the client's condition and get paid for it.
Of course she's alive and well. That's what we agreed, isn't it?
Splendid. Your payment awaits you.
After a hard day of committing crimes, it's time to go home. However, on the way back, someone wanted to stop us for a chat, so naturally, I shot at them.
Fucking drive, Jackie.
After a civil conversation with the scouts, it was finally time to go home. I looked in the mirror, took a shower, and got some shut-eye. My day begins like any other, thinking of how all my problems are everyone else's fault and that I want to work as a YouTuber. I then check my emails and go for a morning walk. I then got a message that I had won a car, because I am irresponsible with money, but this time it paid off. After selling all my personal belongings, I heard the police causing a ruckus. Now that simply would not stand with me, so I knew exactly what I had to do. Problem solved. For the rest of my stroll, everyone around me seemed to be riled up by something. I had no idea what the problem was, so I continued on. The only other sane person I came across was Fred. He offered to go on his massage robot, but I kindly declined.
Nah, not today. Thanks anyway.
I saw another police officer, so I made sure to tell them not to get up to any funny business. On my way down the elevator, I decided to watch the foreshadowing news. When the elevator reached the ground floor, I thought that would be a good time to get off, but not before losing all sense of direction. I then leaped at Jackie with vicious intent, but he remained unfazed, so I looked at his arse. And then he brought up an intriguing idea.
I think I might have bagged us a sweet-ass bee. Jail.
Go on.
I was instantly on board with the idea, so we went to get some gear at the Ripper Dock and then meet the guy in the car that Jackie had just fixed for me.
You don't want to fuck with me? Neutralize the threat.
Roger this.
After a peaceful drive, it was time to talk to the receptionist with weird hair.
Davey.
I then petted a pussycat. After I met up with Vic, he wanted me to give him money, so I swiftly shut down that idea.
But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic.
Last time. You hear?
He then inserted an eye into my ball
How's it look?
and upgraded my hand so I can feel things better.
Ought to work like a charm.
I then pulled out my gun to threaten him, and with that, I left. But not without forgetting to stroke the pussycat. I then decided to crash into Dex's car, to show that I do not fear anything and I have no worry for consequences. I then went for a double take, but the game said no. So I threw a grenade at some nuclear waste instead.
All nearby units, a new disturbance has been reported.
Anyway, you know, people, later now.
On my way over to get the robot spider dog from Maelstrom, I made sure not to bring any attention to myself. After carefully parking my car, I went to meet with a Militech Dommy Mummy, but I couldn't figure out how to shake her hand, so her guard, naturally, knocked me out. After some back and forth banter and some flirty eyes, we talked, and boy am I one lucky son of a gun, cause I was yet again given some more free money. After finding out my car could teleport, I went to tell Jackie the great news.
Ah, there you are.
Militech and me, we found some common ground. They're footing the bill for the bot. Anyway, who knows how this deal's gonna shake out.
So in we went, to rob these half-robot freaks of their stolen property.
I hate these Borg fuckers.
Don't know you.
Wanna talk to Royce.
After the game locked me out of the mission, the only logical choice was to pretend this was a dream.
Into the Borg beast dead.
Let's go see these bastards.
So in we went, to rob these half-robot freaks of their stolen property.
I hate these Borg fuckers.
Don't know you.
Wanna talk to Royce.
We then proceeded to calmly make our way through the factory, discussing all the necessary details before the deal goes down.
You got a bot. Model MT0D12. Called the Flathead.
Dum-dum.
After that unnecessary insult, we sat down. And when I say we, I mean me, cause Jackie decided to be a twat.
Well, shit. Goes for you too.
However, I also felt like being a twat, and so, we killed everyone.
The Flathead. Model MT0D12.
And with that ends the short-lived reign of whoever that guy was. The Militech mummy then approached me.
Bet you didn't expect to see me here. You know, I like the way you operate.
I had to play this cool.
Maybe you'd do some more work for us.
Yeah, maybe.
Get good.
Time we were on our way, Kana. Hey, next.
And with that, we have secured the flathead. And now, I must find the woman who will organise this whole thing. But first, I must get run over by a car. It was now time to see Evelyn. Some people were mad that I crashed my car, so I told them to mind their own business. One enemy was proving to be a bitch, so I ran her over. However, she used her get out of jail free card. She scurried back to her car, so I made sure she wouldn't be able to get back out. I then ran over a civilian, so the Night City gods punished me.
Criminal activity reported in Watson. Roger. Probably some cyber psycho again, but I'll handle it.
So I continued on foot. After recklessly parking my car, I went inside. I then stared down some random people, then I chatted up the bartender.
Hey,
Who's asking?
big tip.
Appreciate the gesture.
It's all right, Mateo. I was waiting for this one.
This lady with a weird coat then got me a drink, and said her name,
Evelyn.
even though I didn't ask. After discussing euphemisms for penis,
You're a prick.
we went into her basement.
The glorious interior. They'll need to locate the relic.
When Judy looked at me, she wanted to barf. Understandable, but hurtful. I then got on the crusty chair to watch some porn. After being flashbanged, I realised this wasn't porn, but rather a BD of a GTA beginner robbery. So after racking the slide twice, the robbery was complete.
You look like a cut of fuckable meat, are you?
After Adam Smasher wowed me with his manners, it was time to find the relic. And find it I did, so now it was time for final preparations. When I got to the afterlife, the Jackster showed me he wouldn't be visiting it anytime soon.
Go get yourselves drinks or something.
Way ahead of you, viejo. Boy, maybe even more
Grab a
black
seat.
hand.
We'll get a sec. What can I get you?
Celebrate. Come on. It's on me. A tequila old fashioned with a splash of cerveza and a chile garnish.
One Johnny Silverhand coming up.
Right on, chica.
Somebody did their homework. Age-old tradition. Drinks are named after our regulars.
Say I wanted a drink named after me. What would I have to do?
Snuff it. Mind-blowingly spectacular fashion. Break a leg.
Thanks.
Huge. Work out? Think you could take me? Drop me?
Sure. In here.
Este pinche tipo.
Well, if it ain't Mr. P.
Whole family in one place. Ha! Finally!
First time in real space.
And a flathead.
Let's see this bad boy.
Alright then. Set your butts down, comfy.
With the flathead officially brought to decks, we got into a discussion about our pay.
Cut for fresh talent's always the same, non-negotiable. 30%.
Come on, Dex. Isn't that a little low?
Fine, 35, and that's my final offer.
I could live with that. It's my final offer, too.
Jack in.
After the final talk of how we get into Konpeki Plaza and the whole heist planned out, it was time to get on the road and kick some serious butt.
So you ready to get going or what?
Let's roll. No point in waiting.
Getting rich, you mean?
Whilst in the taxi controlled by the hitman-looking AI bald man, Jackie and I got into a heated discussion that I started.
No, Jack. Kinda feels like you're losing that steel grip of yours.
Huh. Seems to me like it's you who's got some kind of problem.
We're not on our way to some party, Jack. We're about to pull a major heist at Arasaka.
For real, V? You see me as that shallow? Let me explain something to you, V. My whole life I've spent in this shit around us. And I ain't going back.
And now, it was time for me to get back into my corpo shoes.
Have I asked you to do
So I
that?
bullied a member of staff.
I just thought that since...
Who asked you to think?
Excuse me?
I know damn well it wasn't me. Who was it? A word of advice, if I may. Do only what you're told to do. Now, what was that room number?
You'll be in the Lapis Lazuli suite on level 42.
And just like that, I felt right at home. But now it's time to get serious, because we have a relic to steal.
Yours truly. That one's mine.
So I slot the flathead shard into my head, and off we go. I lead the flathead through the very complicated maze of ventilation systems, businessmen, and cleaners.
Got a hitch. Okay.
Until finally, we reach the brain of the operation, the control room. And through one last vent, we take out the dweller.
2 hours later.
T-Bug was finally finished with some ice breaking after 2 hours because she didn't want her.
Brain to burst into flames?
But finally, we could steal the relic. So, we got into yet another elevator, a very popular mode of transport in Night City. We have arrived. I made sure to rob Yorinobu Arasaka of all his belongings, and then we started on the relic.
Your turn, Bug.
Give me 2.
Bug,
Don't know.
can't say I like this.
Shit, Yorinobu's pit house bound.
Fuck him! Open the safe!
Almost got it. Relic intact?
Bioshard integrity, 100%.
Yorinobu's about to walk in. Find cover.
Where?
That pillar, try that.
Fucking kidding!
No! Inside it, now! You know our problem's still there. Let me think for a sec, okay?
I thought Atom Smasher.
Bodyguard.
Wars. Night City legend. Bleep motherfucking one too. What's the play?
We wait.
And so we waited, while Yorinobu and Saburo Arasaka hashed it out like any father and son would. Yeah, it's time to go.
What?
Saburo Arasaka.
And so, we ran back to the bold taximan, got bitch slapped by a big bold robot, and then Jackie died. I then punched him on the shoulder, because I saw a yellow car. I requested he be sent to Mama Wells, because you're a monster if you send him anywhere else.
I want to be with his family.
Mr. Wells's closest blood relative is Guadalupe Alejandra Wells, proprietress of the El Coyote Coho Bar. I will make sure to deliver him safely.
I then leave the car and start knocking on Dex's door.
He waiting.
In I go. He then has the balls to blame me for Subaru Arasaka's death.
You are the fucking Emperor, His Majesty!
And so, I punch a mirror before I start to see red. Then get this damned spot out I say, and go to kill.
Can't risk it, V. Remember our first convo?
I'll fucking kill you!
Seems I've chosen the quiet life after all. No blaze of glory for me.
If you watched the whole video, seriously, thank you. You're probably in a small minority of people who did. And if you want to watch more videos like this, don't go to my channel. None of my other content has anything to do with this. But maybe consider turning on the notification bell so you can be notified when I next upload. But for now, toodaloo.